All right, ladies and gentlemen, some breaking news about the big arrest in Texas of a big motorcycle club, I believe it is. So let's watch a little bit of this news uh, channel and find out what is going on. All right, I put the channel in the chat.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming. My name is Nicholas Ganji, and I'm the United States Attorney for the Southern District of Texas. February 11th of this year, federal grand jury sitting here in Houston returned a 22-count superseding indictment against 14 members and associates of the Banditoes outlaw motorcycle gang. The majority of those defendants are members of the Welcome to Hell chapter located here in Katy, Texas. This superseding indictment alleges that the charged defendants engaged in a course of criminal conduct in connection with and for the benefit of the Banditoes organization. These crimes include racketeering, assault, robbery, arson, and murder. If convicted, these defendants face a penalty of up to 20 years, of up to life imprisonment, and some up to 20 years. Now, the Banditoes are a particularly violent organization, even
You travel the country hunting birds. The conditions and the landscape aren't always changing. He never complains about it, and neither should you. Pipe gear, lightweight, water-resistant, quick-drying, and
by outlaw motorcycle gang standards, and they're also really large. Although the Banditoes began in Texas, they've spread worldwide, with chapters not only throughout Texas, but around the world, in Europe, in Asia, and starting now in Mexico. So what this indictment alleges is the Banditoes engage in a series of violent attacks against other bikers in the Houston area, ranging from barroom assaults to outright murder, all with the purpose of driving out any rival biker gangs out of the Houston area, which the Banditoes saw as their turf. In other words, the Banditoes sought to exert a monopoly on motorcycle clubs and gangs in the Houston area, which could only operate with their blessing and with their permission. This superseding indictment alleges that this monopoly was enforced with violence on the part of the Banditoes organization. This alleged conduct stretched all over the Houston area, from the Woodlands all the way down to Pasadena and out to Katy. But perhaps the most striking aspect of the criminal conduct alleged in this case was how open and brazen it was. The alleged assaults and shootings took place in public spaces, in bars, in restaurants, motorcycle dealership, and on our public roads. In other words, innocent people, innocent motorists could have been injured or killed by the actions alleged in this indictment. So what we have done today is targeted some of the most dangerous people in that organization through RICO charges. RICO, Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act, provides a powerful criminal penalty for people that engage in a pattern of racketeering activity or members and associates of an enterprise that affects interstate commerce. And that is what is precisely alleged in the indictment. Public safety is and will always be job one for the Southern District of Texas. You can be rest assured that we will do whatever it takes to ensure that violent criminal organizations, either here in the Houston area or in South Texas, are swiftly brought to justice. Today's superseding indictment is the product of tremendous prosecutorial collaboration between our office and the Violent Crime and Racketeering section of the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C. It is also the product of the incredible teamwork of our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners. With that, I will turn it over to Special Agent in Charge, Douglas Williams of Houston FBI.
Hello, Miss Debbie Fox. How you doing? Did you know about this? Thank you. Excuse me. Know about what? No, I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. They never tell me nothing. I didn't know we were going to Mars until we were on Mars. Like, you never told me. And they were like, we never tell the people that support us and paid for all this. Let's get back to this. I'm as shocked as you, you know. But Trump ain't messing around, I guess, and federal government, right? They're not messing around. Let's listen to a little bit more. Oh, don't you blame me, young lady. Don't you? Oh no, no, my glasses. Okay. Did not know. Oh, did I know about it? No, you didn't know about it. I'm letting you know about it right now, Miss Fox. Don't you curse at me. This is my channel, woman.
Good afternoon. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Before I'd like to start my comments, I'd like to thank all of my partners who stand with me here today, shoulder to shoulder, in this truly team effort to combat the Banditoes. And again, my name is Doug Williams. I'm Special Agent in charge of FBI Houston. This morning's arrest of 10 members from the Banditoes outlaw motorcycle gang has been more than 6 years in the making. Yep, you heard that right. This morning's takedown is the result of more than 6 years of steadfast work, dedication, and collaboration between law enforcement partners standing with me here today. Our efforts have paid dividends in the form of numerous federal murder and racketeering charges against the Banditoes. I'd especially like to thank our partners at the Texas Board of Criminal Justice Office of Inspector General for their efforts in bringing this case to the federal court system. Alongside our federal, state, and local partners, we've dealt a significant blow to an extremely violent chapter of the Banditoes outlaw motorcycle gang operating here in our region.
Want the ultimate Porsche upgrades? Discover Dundon Motorsports top up.
Over the past 6 years, a vicious turf war between the Banditoes and the Beast outlaw motorcycle gangs has threatened Houstonians in a very public way. As part of the conflict, the Banditoes' national leadership allegedly put out a smash on-site order against the Beast members. That order essentially gave Banditoes a green light to violently assault and even kill Beast members on site. As a result of over half a decade, our team of agents and task force officers has responded to highway shootouts that endangered innocent drivers, aggravated assaults in family restaurants that terrified patrons, and calculated murders that rocked the safety and well-being of our community. Make no mistake, members of this Banditoes chapter are not the glamorized characters you've seen in TV shows and in the movies. These are vicious, violent men who regularly put innocent people in life-threatening situations to further a senseless turf war. These men pride themselves on being part of a violent, reactionary force dedicated to the destruction and slaughter of a rival gang. In short, they are exactly the type of alleged criminals our team of agents and task force officers are trained to investigate and take down. In response to the serious public threat posed by the Banditoes, FBI Houston worked closely with the Texas Board of Criminal Justice, Office of Inspector General, task force officers, other law enforcement partners, and the federal prosecutors to secure RICO indictments against the Banditoes. And to put that into perspective.
Well, Debbie, what did you say? Senseless crimes. I don't know. They've been shooting at it. Well, see, it's the wild, wild west down in the west and everywhere down south. They say it hasn't changed. You know, once they said, "Hey, we're going to take the old trail to Mexico," and I was like, "I don't think so. Go through Texas. I'd love to live." You know, and that's funny because I was out in Texas when I was a younger teen, working with a dude, traveling around, right? And I'll be danged. I didn't really see any banditos. That was late 79, 70, or wait, 80, about 1980, 82, 81. Uh, got in trouble and uh, had to go to work, young age, young teens, but I didn't see no banditos. I did see Hispanics with banditos on. I've seen a bunch of cowboys out there, cowboy hats and everything. But back then, I didn't see no banditos. But probably because they didn't take over the whole world by then. So thank God I got to see Texas when I did. Let me see what Miss Debbie Fox is saying. Remind me to tell you to some. Remind me to tell you something later. Okay. Yo, Ricardo, how you doing? I don't know, but I've seen a couple more videos today about the higher ups in the White House talking about it, and they're making changes. I guess these guys have been running the world for a long time or something. I don't know. All right, let's continue.
Perspective of how serious we view this group, these RICO indictments are the first RICO indictments secured in the Southern District of Texas in over 12 years. Outlaw motorcycle gangs, like the Banditoes, often hide behind the facade of a club, but their true goal is to spread violence and intimidation, regardless of who they hurt with their crimes. Today's arrests send a stark message to other outlaw motorcycle gangs in our area. You can't outsmart us. You can't outrun us. And you're certainly not untouchable. This operation wasn't just about bringing alleged criminals to justice. It's about protecting people, families, and children who live and work in the Texas communities our law enforcement agencies standing behind me serve. Every arrest today means there's one less motorcycle outlaw on the streets terrorizing our neighborhoods with violence. We're proud of what we achieved today, but there's more work to be done. The FBI and our partners will continue to protect Texans in our community, and we will do whatever it takes to dismantle violent gangs that threaten our neighborhoods. I'd like to thank you for your time here today. I'd like to thank all of my partners who stand behind me, and I'll now turn the podium over to Regional Director Gerald Brown with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
If a man really hated ads, here's what he would do. Day one, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free.
Stupid ads. Sorry about that, folks. Stupid computer. Let me read my chat. Together, Debbie and Ricardo will live together through eternity. We are that believers, or true believers. Thank God. Well, glory goes to God. Beautiful sunny day today, but it's cold. I have a pie hole. You do, Ricardo? Oh, I love pie. He said he loves pie. I thought he said he had a pie hole, but I'm not sure. But all right. Debbie said yes. All right, Debbie. All right, let's watch this good sheriff there talk real quick, and we might even get a beautiful sunset tonight, Debbie. We might get a beautiful sunset tonight.
Good morning. Thank you all for coming here. Media, thank you for what you do for us. There's not a lot that I could add to what these gentlemen already said, but I will take the opportunity to thank everyone here at the podium. U.S. Attorney Buckman Houston, thank you for all you're doing with this case. Hey, look, there's no greater responsibility for law enforcement than that of taking care of its citizens, protecting citizens. And this case that we had today, which was a joint collaborative effort with all the folks you see up here, all the young men and women that are out there on the streets working every day to protect the state of Texas, the citizens of the state of Texas, the folks that were arrested today, is a culmination of a long-term investigation with all these agencies that you see here. Today, we took some violent folks off the street. These are some of the most violent members of this outlaw motorcycle gang that we took off the streets today in an effort to make Texas safer. So thank you to everyone that's a part of this investigation. This was a true investigation, true collaborative investigation with the state, local, and federal agencies. I'd like to take 1 second to thank those folks from my agency, those special agents, the troopers, the aircraft folks, the analysts, everyone that was involved, put in a lot of effort to work on this case. And finally, before I sit down, DPS is committed to making Texas safer. That's our commitment. That's our commitment to the citizens of the state that we live in. Not only we're committed to making Texas safer, we're also committed to our law enforcement partners and our public partners. So thank you very much for your time today.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Scott Spencer with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, and it's an honor to be here today. Sheriff Wesley Doolittle regrets that he couldn't be here, but he asked me to share his appreciation for the incredible work that has gone into this case. This investigation took years of hard work and dedication from countless law enforcement professionals at every level, as you can see, they're represented here today. Today's indictments are proof of their commitment. This case is a powerful reminder of why strong partnerships.
We want to thank Officer Doolittle. Although you do little, you've done so much. God bless you.
Between federal, state, and local agencies matter. When we work together with a shared goal of public safety and keeping our communities safe, there's nothing that we can't accomplish. On behalf of Sheriff Doolittle and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, I want to thank our law enforcement partners for their relentless dedication and determination in this case. We remain committed to holding criminals accountable, ensuring justice is served, and making our communities a safer place.
Amen.
Over to you, Attorney.
Let's get a golf.
Thank you all. We'll now turn it over for questions if you have any.
What a man. He's bringing it down on everybody down there. They're not monkeying around down there anymore. It's like Texas became its own
I'm
country.
sorry, I didn't hear the rest of your question.
They're just taking things in their own hands. They're like, we're getting them all out of here. All crazy, right? They're riding steel horses.
Sure. So you will all get a copy of the superseding indictment in this case that sets forth all of the members that were subject to this superseding indictment, as well as the charges against each one of those. As terms of like where they were actually arrested, it was at residences all throughout the Houston area. So there is one murder that's alleged in the superseding indictment, which took place in November 2nd, 2021, outside of the Blue Bayou restaurant here in Houston, which allegedly involved a member of the Banditoes shooting several motorcyclists, one of whom passed away. Yes, this is a superseding indictment of that original attempted murder indictment, incorporating more Banditos.
Wow. That's
They will
unreal.
soon be in custody.
They're saying they're going after all outlaw clubs. But they are true, man. I've seen that on the news. They were rolling deep. Yeah, I seen it on the news. They were on the highway.
So I don't want to speak to
And then that
cartel
took them
ties
too
or
far.
Mexico's role, if any, in the investigation, but I can say that the Banditos have a worldwide reach, including chapters in Mexico, and they are involved in drug trafficking.
Mexico.
This specific indictment does not allege any sort of international drug trafficking per se.
Did he say they're even in Mexico? I thought they were an American club.
So Beast or Brothers East is a rival motorcycle gang of the Banditos. They don't have the as long of a history of the Banditos, who date back to the 1960s and were started just south of Houston in San Leon, but they are they do operate within the Houston area, and therefore they're seen as a rival of the Banditos, and therefore the Banditos are alleged to have committed the violent acts in the indictment to drive them out of Houston. So the most recent act that we have in this indictment is 2023. So rest assured, Southern District of Texas, if there are other acts committed by either this particular chapter of the Banditos or any other motorcycle gang within Houston or the Southern District of Texas, we are going to be vigorously pursuing it, bringing all available charges.
Wow. Well, how much you can do.
Well, this particular case, I think, means a great deal to the victims
Debbie
that were
said he did
attacked
say
and
Mexico.
families of those that were killed by the Banditos in this particular case. And so I think it means a whole heck of a lot. And anytime that a member of a criminal organization commits a crime in the Southern District of Texas, we're going to investigate it thoroughly. And if there are charges that can be brought, we're going to bring charges. In accordance with departmental policies, we're going to bring the most serious, readily provable offenses. Mr. Pfeffer is the leader of the Welcome to Hell chapter in Katy. He's the lead defendant in the superseding indictment.
What a name for a club.
Some people
Welcome
within
to
the superseding
hell.
indictment have operated in a position of sergeant at arms in the national leadership.
Yikes.
But in terms of like the local Houston impact, the lead defendant, Mr. Pfeffer, is the president of the local chapter here, the Welcome to Hell chapter. That is correct. I believe that's correct.
I always thought all
Well, I don't
these
want to speak to
biker
any sort of
clubs were
investigative
like
techniques that were used
the
in the
wild
investigation.
hogs, Miss Debbie Fox. Bunch of good guys. I mean, everybody's seen the wild hogs, right? Those were tough. Wild hogs.
Well, we can't speak to the current state of the Katy chapter. I think, though, the fact that their president was just taken into custody this morning is probably a very sizable blow to that particular chapter and that organization as a whole as operating in the Houston area. Anything else? Today. Or sorry, tomorrow. I anticipate they will. All right, I don't see any further questions, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you all for coming today. I want to again thank our excellent law enforcement partners, federally, state, and local law enforcement partners for this case that they've brought, which I think is make a real difference in the Houston community. Thank you very much.
I used to blame spotty Wi-Fi for my trolling, but now with Brightspeed fiber internet, I have reliable Wi-Fi.
Well, there you go, folks. I've seen a couple. What happened to this dude? New bizarre viral. I ain't gonna watch that. I ain't got the mind for it. Let's see what it looks like out there. Oh, look at it. Beautiful. God bless him. He created all that. Good God. What a beautiful day. I don't know what's wrong with that stupid camera, Debbie. I think it's some kind of entity again or poltergeist. They're not the same kind of bikers. They're not? I don't know. Maybe not. But that was a pretty good movie, Wild Hogs. That's pretty good. But there you go. They're busting down on everything. Gangs, M13, M18, M21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, whatever, just down the row, all the alphabet gangs, all everything. Everything. They're not playing around. All I can say is hunker down. Stay at home if you can. Keep an eye on the kids. Kids go to school. Those are cute, sweet bikers. These are not so much. Oh, the warhogs? Well, not warhogs. Wild hogs. Yeah. Well, teach their own. I don't know where it went bad. At one time, it was just a bunch of dudes that drank beer and hung out and rode their motorcycles in a pack. Somewhere from there to here, it went completely ballistic. And like a third world country or something. I don't know. But stay calm and always be aware of your surroundings. Right. I also seen the video of them driving down the highway, helicopter following them. They're on bikes, motorcycles, and there's a shootout on the highways. They're doing 70, 80 miles an hour. Cars being hit. And then I seen the bar thing that happened down there. Right. And I think there was something else or another one. There was a Vegas casino one where they went up against the Hells or someone did, a couple of them clubs. I don't know if it was the Banditoes, but yeah, that's not good because innocent people were hurt. It's like, people, I don't know when they're going to wake up and see that stuff only happens in third world countries with militias and stuff where they go in and take over or go to war, like China or whatever, or Japan. They go to war right there, right? We all seen Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, right? Where the powers to be are battling within, right underneath our feet in the sewers. Well, where would they belong? Excuse me. Well, I'm not going to say too much because then they'll kill me again. So let me see. She says, mean crime for absolutely no reason. Yeah. Well, You just be safe out there, little lady. But we might get us a good sunset tonight. Maybe. I got some more chores to do around here. All right, folks. That's great. Let me see what she said. I said, great people need frogging classes. You want to flog these people in public? Well, she might be right. Right? You bring back old punishment. Who wants to sit in town all day in the hot sun? That's your punishment. You have to stand there strapped to that thing where your head's sticking through and your arms. And the whole town walks through, throws tomatoes at you. That's your punishment for the day. I don't want, I mean, if it gets worse, I mean, I've seen the guillotine in the basement of the court. Well, what can you do? Oh, glasses. I thought you said I need classes. I say people need to, you mistyped. It was a misspell. They need to wear their glasses. I know. Well, one day you'll see me with my glasses on, but today is not that day. Now, is there anything else you want to say? Great people of chat. My $200 electric scooter, Freedom. $200 electric scooter. He's right. He's rolling down the road. No gasoline or nothing. Electric power. I hear they're pretty quick too. Be safe there, Ricardo. Wear your helmet and your knee pads. Always when you ride on the road, ride like you are on the racetrack. Full pad, back brace, leathers, helmet. Keep it on the two wheels and enjoy your experience on our American roads, which stick to the speed limit. You should be okay. God bless all you people. I got to get ready for a sunset tonight. We might even play a little bit of music during our sunset. I'm not sure. God bless you all. Have a good night.